Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. That's right, kids. It's week 2 of Meow May here on Marvel Tales. I am Phil, and joining me, as always, the owl and the cat. It is
Justin the owl swooping in to talk about some Tigra.
Yes. And I'll just say, sorry we didn't see you last week. I'm glad you're listening or watching to this one, right? Because Tigra is one of his favorite characters.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of people love Tiger. I love we set like the standard for the outfit in this first issue. It's like, yep, black bikini.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and they haven't changed that outfit in 50 years.
Well, in Jed McKay's Moon Knight, I think she's wearing a little more now, but
that's true.
But
yeah,
for how long did that last?
Yeah. Yeah, and I like her new outfit, actually. It's really cool looking. It's very sleek. Yeah.
I don't know if the thinking back in the day was just, no, we don't want to cover up any of them tiger stripes. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's it. The stripes. Yeah.
Yeah, kid, your favorite character, Tanya the Tiger, see?
Her hairstyles, however, have changed.
Yes.
As we'll see shortly.
I guess with the decades, that hairstyle
yeah,
changed.
That's right.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's jump into this because yes, she kind of shares the spotlight in this first issue with another Marvel creature.
Yeah, giant size.
That's right. Hey, whoa. All right. So, giant size creatures number 1 from July 1974. Tigra, the Werewoman. Writer Tony Isabella, penciler Don Perlin, inker Vince Coletta, inker Petra Goldberg, letterer Artie Simic, and editor Roy Thomas. Okay, so basically, I guess you'd say the co-creator of Tigra is also the creator of Black Lightning. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I do see what you mean by that hairstyle on the cover here.
Yeah.
Man, talk about your long ponytail.
I feel like this is the only time that we see that hairstyle.
I know. Look at that, man. She got like sideburns, bangs. She got that long pony. She got it all. She basically has every hairstyle in one on that cover.
Yeah. Make her look like all the Bond girls. Yeah.
Yeah, all the famous hot women in the 70s. Yeah, make her look like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And make her a werewolf. Okay. I wonder if Roy Thomas also had something to do with it, where he was the editor of the Cat series. And he's the editor on this.
Yeah, I wonder if there was talks maybe if it's like Tony Isabella was coming up with this character. And it's like, well, you know what? You want to connect it to something, use Greer Nelson maybe? Yeah.
And he also edited the Marvel team-up, number 8, with the Cat and Spider-Man. So I wouldn't be surprised if Roy had a hand in creation of Tigra as well. Yeah.
Let's see that. So, yes, again, you should have heard it on the Ultimate Spider-Cast, but yeah, that Marvel team-up, number 8, does take place between the Cat, number 4, which we covered last time, and then this giant-sized creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this issue was the first and only issue titled this. The numbering for this series continued as Giant-Size Werewolf.
Oh, really? I was curious about that, if they ever resurrected this, but I guess not.
Because they just changed the name to Giant-Size Werewolf, yeah. Wow.
The regular one wasn't enough.
A giant-sized werewolf. Damn, that's rough. Oh yeah, and then this issue takes place between, for those of you who love the Werewolf by Night, between Werewolf by Night 19 and 20. So
yeah.
Oh jeez. Yeah, this wasn't on the app. This issue includes a text article written by Roy Thomas entitled "Waiter, There's a Werewolf in My Soup."
Nice. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I wonder if
I wish they'd put that in this Tigra collection that I have.
Me too, or on the app, because maybe they do explain some of this stuff we're asking questions about. Because it says there's also in this issue, there was a text article by Tony Isabella and Gil Kane entitled Tigra's Year.
Oh, really? Oh. Huh. I'm looking in some of the bonus material in this. Oh, yes, I should show this for the listeners who didn't tune into the last episode. I've got the Tigra Complete Collection, which I'm reading these stories in tonight. And it has a collection of a whole bunch of material. Oh, it does have Tigra's Year by Tony Isabella in it.
Okay. Does it say
in the back
anything about the behind-the-scenes stuff?
Let's see. It says, Tigra grew out of many factors. First among these was my being an incurable fan of Marvel Comics. I hate loose ends. I hate to see any characters put out to pasture needlessly. I hate to leave any series or type of series left untried. We'll tie these various personality quirks up for you in just a few more lines. He said, less than 2 years ago, Marvel tried to establish the adventure heroine as a vital part of our line with such titles as Night Nurse, Shauna the She-Devil, and The Cat. To be perfectly frank, we bombed. None of these books lasted more than 5 issues. I had just started working at Marvel when the cancellations were handed down by the business folks and felt pretty bad about it. One of the goals I had set for myself was to do my bit for improving the image of the women that appeared in our comics. So when I started thinking of possible ideas for new series for submission to executive editor Roy Thomas, I devoted a certain portion of my thoughts to dreaming up an adventure heroine. So he skips ahead and he says, werewolves. Yeah, how about a female werewolf? Not exactly a werewolf, some other type of were-creature. Cats, that's it. Cats are sensuous and all. Maybe a whole race of cat people. And a human woman who becomes one of them. And you get the idea. But he continues, he says, Hellcat was my working title. Next I had to figure out who the human woman would be. Hellcat, the cat. And he said, remember my dislike of loose ends? Well, now I had a chance to patch up a few of those odious things left lingering in the cat book. Dr. Tomolo became a member of the cat people and the possessor of unknown secrets, secrets the bad guys wanted. The cat would interfere, and for some reason or another, it would become Hellcat. I was ready to see Roy. And so, yeah, basically he sums it up in the meeting. Him and Roy hammered out the idea and they called in Gil Kane to do the character sketch. So I guess Gil Kane did the very first sketch, and then they went to John Romita and Don Perlin to finalize everything. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I had forgotten that little piece was in the back of this collection.
And I mean, we'll get into it further in October, but I'm like, I wonder if it's just a coincidence that this is like the era where they're taking previously used characters. I'm like, let's turn them into a creature, because this is what with Hank McCoy in this era, yeah. And
they do have a little sketch too, like a prototypical Tigra sketch there, which is kind of cool. Yeah,
it almost looks like they made her face more cat-like in that sketch.
Yeah, kind of like a sphinx almost.
With like a cat's nose and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, very cool.
All right, so yeah, let's get into giant-sized creature. Yeah, so I did the credits. All right. As the Cat, Greer Nelson is struck by a new Hydra weapon that will condemn her to death by radiation poisoning. To save her life, her mentor, Dr. Tomolo, takes her to the hidden lair of the Cat people to have her reborn as Tigra, the werewoman. Hydra attacks again, abducting Tigra, Tomolo, and the Cat people in an effort to gain the secret of their ultimate weapon. Jack Russell, the best name ever for a werewolf, the werewolf, happens to be passing by when Tigra is taken and joins the fight. In order to defeat Hydra, Tomolo releases their final secret weapon on them, The same black plague that the cat people had released and cured centuries ago. So yeah, this was another first time read for me, which I liked because
nice.
I'd seen like all the the cat people stuff in the West Coast Avengers, so I was like, yeah, this was nice to read for the first time. Like, okay.
That was referenced in that West Coast Avengers story.
I think it was mentioned a couple times, especially with the anytime you brought up Tigra and her past and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, and they even had I think if I remember right, a reproduction of that great full page panel where you first see Tigra for the very first time. They kind of, I think Al Milgrom did an homage panel to that scene from this issue in the West Coast Avengers. Yeah, that was my introduction to Tigra was actually the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, me too.
So it was cool to see where it all began for her. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Although the coloring's slightly off because they make that bikini orange like the rest of her body.
Right. Oops. It's a trick of the light, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, my only complaint was the things with Dr. Tomolo kind of tying her into the cat people thing. It's kind of it's a little far-fetched, but I mean it's comic books, so you can't really think too hard about it. But and also the conclusion to this again, I thought was kind of abrupt and sudden. It was very quick.
It did. Again, it's a different writer and everything, but in those cat issues we covered last time, I mean, after the whole Al brain draining thing. Dr. Tomolo was basically almost like in a catatonic, basically most of her, she was, her mind was mostly gone there. But then in this issue, it's like, she's kind of like, I faked that to try to keep off, Hydra's radar. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Really? All right.
It almost makes you seem like an easier target, but okay.
Yeah. I found some of that can be kind of strange, to be honest with you, but
and again, did it have to be Dr. Tomolo? Couldn't she just be poisoned by that radiation? And it's just the cat people are just we can cure you, but it's gonna change you,
right? Yeah, I think that was it. It was my complaint was that the connection, having the Dr. Tomolo connection, I thought was unnecessary.
Although I guess that's another loose end to Tony Isabelli, who wants to tie up her too. True. I guess.
And he wanted to tie in to have more of a connection to the cat series. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, just the fact that she showed up and that we did see her in the cat costume briefly,
yes,
in this issue, I felt like that was enough of a connection without having, surprise, I'm a member of this cat race. See my little kitty ears. I don't know. I don't really like that, but I like the rest of it. I loved all the stuff with the werewolf and their first little moonlit battle on the beach. I really liked that.
Oh yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. I think the werewolf's he's taking a liking to Tiger.
Yeah.
He's about to hump that. He's about to hump that leg.
Power of the pouch.
Oh, the pouch. Jeez.
Out of the pouch, boing.
I mean, I don't know what that werewolf was thinking about.
Sex on the mind.
Yeah, that was it. Those pheromones got control of him, and that was all that she wrote.
And again, it wasn't as long as last time, but it's we still get we still got the flashback in this issue.
Yes,
her origin as the cat.
Yeah, but no mention of her battles with the Owl or Commander Kraken or the Man Bull or Man Killer or any of that stuff.
Well, they did. I mean, they gave you a quick montage. I mean, the Owl's in there, and but
that's true. Yeah,
but they didn't linger on it.
Yeah.
But they did, Donald Bane's in there, the Owl.
That's true. The Owl's in there. Yeah.
Although they didn't mention Kraken or the Bull, so.
Yeah. Or Man Killer, Spider-Man. You would have thought her encounter with Spider-Man would have been, a big deal. But
oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Oh,
yeah, this part with the cat people, like after she got blasted, I thought, why don't they just have her show up with the cat people? Like this is their island or whatever, and wherever she is, wherever this encounter happened to take place, like they stumble upon her and just bring her back to their underground civilization and say that, we can save you, but it'll change you.
Again, I wonder if it's one of Tony Isabella's like dangling plot points. But two, I wonder if he just wanted to, if she's going to trust more a face someone she knows.
Yeah,
even though she doesn't know that
True.
Tamula was a cat person, which we never really see her as a cat person, do we?
No, yeah, because I always assumed that like she's got little cat ears hidden behind her silver locks or whatever. But...
Well, they do mention that some of the older ones have been, I guess were so strong or something where because some of them can transform back and forth, and some of them were, I don't know, could stay that way forever. I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Greer kind of changes back and forth once or twice this issue after she's transformed,
right.
But then at the end, Tamula's like, I don't know if you're ever be able to transform back again.
Yeah, she uses that. Tigra uses that ring to change back and forth. That little ring. Yeah. Yeah, and I thought the part where they're slapping Dr. Tomolo around was pretty unnecessary. I thought, jeez, slap around this old woman. Yikes.
And I do like, for our Marvel continuity, that Hydra does mention here. Yeah, they, AIM used to be a part of them, and
right, that was good too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that ring. Which again, by the time we get to West Coast Avengers, at a certain point, basically makes it to her bikini top.
I think so. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. A ring could fall off a lot easier.
That's true. Oh yeah, that comics code's keeping that bikini top on.
That's right. That isn't going anywhere until. Was it Jed McKay's Moon Knight that her costume changed, or was it before that?
I don't know. There's some stuff. Was that Avengers Academy or something? I didn't read that, but I know wasn't there something around like Secret Invasion where what looked like she was with Hank Pym, but then what did she turn out to be a Skrull? Maybe.
Oh, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that was a Skrull.
So she might have been. So she might have been out of action for a while if a Skrull replaced her. I don't know how long, but.
There was a miniseries, too, that Mike Deodato did the artwork on.
I did see that on the app. I have not read that either.
That was, I forget what year that was, but she was still wearing the bikini in that one.
Yeah, because, I was going to say, I saw that series. That was a big contender for this month.
Yes. Yeah, we'll definitely have to cover that one in the future. That's a good one. Yeah. I forget what year that was, but yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, this is kind of, the one she's wearing now in the, Jed McKay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like the green and the white. I think it's cool. It's neat. It's a nice change for her.
Oh, yeah.
She needed a new costume. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She needed something different.
Because, for how many years? Just like, hey, here's a plain bikini for you.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. I'm trying to find the Secret Invasion stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, this was it. Yes. After the fall of Norman Osborn, Henry Pym founded the Avengers Academy and had Tigra join as a teacher along with Justice.
Right, she was a teacher on that.
Quicksilver, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. She was the one who was in a relationship, she thought, with Hank Pym, but it turned out he was a Skrull. Okay.
Oh, it was Hank Pym that was the Skrull that time?
Yeah, with his Skrull replacement, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, that's who that baby was. The Skrull was the father of that baby. I didn't know.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I wondered who the dad was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Skrull?
I guess, but then it said, she late after that whole thing, she had Pym and, examine her baby, and I guess they found those traces of Skrull DNA, so I don't know. Does their DNA, I guess their DNA shifts when they train, I don't know.
So if they shapeshift into a human, then their DNA becomes
maybe
that. Yikes. Okay. All right.
I don't know, because I know in Secret Invasion they did a thing where I don't know about the genetic part, but I know even mentally they were sleeper agents. They'd even remember they were Skrulls. That way no telepaths or anybody could Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because they were genetically engineering them because they're they're like, well, we want to make sure, people with enhanced senses like Wolverine can't detect them and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
or people with technology that can
Yes.
do DNA scans.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
That's nuts.
Yikes. Rewriting their whole DNA. Wow.
But yeah, it's just a funny Hydra. I don't know what this weapon is, but we need it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Did they ever say how they discovered the cat people?
I don't believe so.
Yeah,
If they did. I don't recall either.
because again, it just seems like in the minute we come in the middle of it, and they are already like after the cat.
Yeah,
people.
they're already there. Yeah, for a giant size, quote unquote, issue, it seemed kind of short
Mm-hmm.
to me. Yeah.
Well, let me see. I was gonna say, was there another story? Oh, there might have been another. There might have been another story in here, but
Oh, maybe like another
must-
werewolf.
yeah,
Why not?
because it says there was a story. Where walks the werewolf? Oh, it's a reprint.
Oh.
That's why it was a reprint.
Okay. I get you.
It says an experimental surgery creates a werewolf that dies trying to kill his romantic rival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that was a reprint from Creatures on the Loose 13. So
Oh, yeah. Okay.
that's why it's not on the app on this. Okay, that's still the
Yeah, I can't remember how Hydra finds the secret in the first place.
And it's like it seemed to me in the West Coast Avengers stuff that like wasn't like the cat people's like land within or whatever like hard to get to. It seemed like it's like here it basically seems like they're just like, oh yeah, we just go in this cave entrance and there it is.
Yeah, it's just a brief 20-minute walk.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the tour of your local caverns. Yeah,
Right? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a day and back. Yeah, no.
I mean,
deal.
unless they moved it, it's like, because again, the West Coast Avengers stuff, didn't you have to like walk through some dimensional portal or something?
Yeah,
or
I
use
thought it
magic
was
or
like-
something. Yeah,
Yeah, you had to go into some trance or something, and then you could see the veil, like the veil would lift, and you could see the passageway. I don't know. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole thing with transforming Greer into Tigra seemed pretty quick.
It was quick. Yeah. And like I said before, the ending of this was pretty quick too.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it was wrapped up really quickly, and then all of a sudden, Jack Russell in this werewolf form is howling at the moon again.
Oh yeah, because he really didn't want to leave Tigra.
Yeah,
That's when Tomorrow's like transform back to human, and he'll lose
Yeah.
interest. Yeah.
that's a howl of frustration right there, folks. The werewolf was alone.
Oh, there's
Not
a
by
title.
choice.
Oh, the Howl of Blue Balls. Yes.
Blue moon? No, blue balls.
Oh boy. What were we talking about? I guess there's a drop I gotta hunt down. Did she say something about werewolf dong or something? I have to track it down. I was just like, oh, I need that's a drop.
Nice.
I gotta look up. I was gonna say, did we see Dr. Tomolo after this issue? Because she does live to the end of this thing, so it's like, I mean,
Yeah, I think she does appear again in some of the other Tigra stuff
and
that happens
Tomolo.
later.
Oh,
Yes, she does.
okay. No, spoiler alert, kids. She dies in Marvel Premiere 42
Yeah,
in 1978. So,
yeah, but she does reappear again.
Okay.
She's in some more issues that are reprinted in this collection. Yeah,
oh yeah, we might have to do another Tigra month there here somewhere. Yeah, because they're Marvel.
yeah. There's a ton of Tigra stuff we could
I
cover.
was gonna say, is this issue on the app? Yeah, Marvel Premiere 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, there's some more team ups too. There's one with Spider-Man, another one with Spider-Man later on.
Oh yeah, it's
And-
Tigra. She does team up with Spider-Man. Yeah, it's a Craven
yeah,
story.
a couple
yeah.
of times. It's a Craven one, and
Yeah.
then there's another one, and then the Thing.
Oh yeah. What Marvel
There's a
2
Marvel
one?
2-in-1.
Yeah.
Number 19.
So,
Claws of the Cougar.
Well, wow.
But she also appears in Marvel Chillers
Mm-hmm.
before all of that for a few issues with some John Byrne artwork, and Dr. Tomolo appears in some of those issues. as well as the Super Skrull. She fights the Super Skrull.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, we could do a whole month of Tigra.
Yeah, I was going to say, we might have to come back and do a whole month of Tigra. Oh, and that's not even including any West Coast Avengers stuff.
I know. That's just Tigra solo without any team stuff.
Or she's on the regular Avengers team for a while before she even goes to the West Coast. So.
True. Yeah, it'd be fun to cover some of that stuff, too.
Yeah, because at some point, I mean, again, it's the era of the infamous Hank Pym slap, but...
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's basically like, with Cap taking the Hulk's place, the original Avengers and Tigra. That's
yeah, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that lineup lasted very long, did it?
I don't. Lasted a few. Again, Hank Pym was out of there after that slap pretty quick, but
yeah,
it lasted a couple months, I think, because there was like that
months.
Moon Dragon stuff, the Molecule Man,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
because I think the Molecule Man freaked her out because he took them out very easily.
Yes, understandably so.
Yeah,
that would freak me out too.
Well, especially Thor, because again it was the Don Blake days. All you had to do was separate it from that hammer.
Yeah, problematic to say the least. Yeah,
basically just like destroyed Iron Man's armor.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that the gas, the weapon.
Oh, yeah.
That they were after was the Black Plague. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I love that, that like, flashback when they're talking about the plague and just the outfits and, you see cat people in them outfits.
Yeah, with the Puritan outfit on. Yeah.
I think ye be something different. How can you tell?
Get ye back to thine litter box.
Oh, nice! They be witches. They relieve themselves in sand instead of the ground like we do.
They would use our backsides as their scratching posts, I tell you.
They'd be lazy. They would lay in the sun all day.
Yeah.
But because they said they only struck once. I guess humanity attacked them and they attacked back with the Black Plague, and then they said so after that they developed the means to counter it, but then devoted our lives to helping mankind. Repentance for this deed.
I think we need to see the cat people come back now.
Yeah.
Somehow. We haven't seen very much of them.
Mm-mm.
So it'd be cool to see them return in some capacity.
Oh, yeah.
And not to be just killed off, Marvel, if you're listening. Don't do that. Don't bring them back just to murder them all callously for shock value.
We need Tigra in something monthly again. Either like her own solo or like maybe like, I don't know, team up with Patsy Walker, something.
Yes. Because, if Patsy's getting some new stuff, it'd be a perfect way for the two of them to team up.
Or we need even just give me a miniseries, some kind of West Coast Avengers reunion or something,
Yeah. Or a Tigra miniseries of her own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or hell, they've been doing those miniseries like set in the 90s. Give me a miniseries set in that West Coast Avengers era.
Or, it would be really fun. Do you remember when she was briefly on that Avengers Infinity team out in space that we covered last year?
Yes.
And she was traveling around in space for a while?
Yes.
Have one of those stories where Tigra was planet hopping with those people. She got up to all kinds of hijinks.
Talking about humping her leg. Hello, Star Fox.
Yeah. I wanted to see more of that team because that was a hell of a lineup.
Yes.
With Quasar and Thor,
definitely.
Monica Rambeau, Moondragon, Tigra, Jack of Hearts. It was a great little team. I wanted to see more of that.
Exactly. Star Fox, more like Star Herpes.
He's immune. He's an Eternal. He's immune.
Captain Roofy. It's his power.
It's useful.
Well, I'm sure it is.
When you're the brother of Thanos and need to get out of a tight situation, it's useful.
Well, that or getting in the tight situation. You know what I'm saying? All right, should we get to the next one?
Yes, Monsters Unleashed.
Number 10, which is the only issue on the app. So
Yes, I noticed that.
I wonder if it's just there because it is.
I
wonder if it's there just because it's a Tigra, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, I just went back to number 9. Number 9 had a Wendigo story.
Ooh.
Oh, it has Wendigo, Man-Thing, and Frankenstein. Oh.
Oh, man. I need to get a collection of this Monsters Unleashed stuff.
I know. I wonder, were they all black and white like this one? Because this one was black and white.
I think so.
Nice.
I think they were, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, Monsters Unleashed number 10 from February 1975. They Might Be Monsters. Wait, is this the... Oh, no, that's the reprint story.
The Serenity Stealers.
No. Oh, yeah, because then I have to talk about that Frankenstein, because that is so weird. Again, it's a Doug
Frankenstein
It's a
story.
Doug Mensch, that Frankenstein story.
Yeah.
All right, so the Serenity Stealers. All right, get ready for another great long synopsis. Surisha uses Aesklos to feed her the life force that she needs to exist. Tigra breaks up the unholy alliance. Boom.
That's it.
Yep.
Well, they are correct in that it was an unholy alliance, and Tigra does break it up, but
Yes.
there's a little bit more meat to the story than that.
Yeah, although a lot of it, I mean, we really don't see what Greer's up to now that she's Tigra. I mean, except for just like hunting this thing, though.
Right.
Hold on. Just pulling up the issue here.
Yeah, writer Chris Claremont, artist Tony DeZuniga, and plot Tony Isabella. That's it for the the creative team for this.
Well, I guess you don't need a colorist.
Right. Yeah, I don't say who the letterer was, but in this story and in the ones that follow in this Tigra collection, which are from the Marvel Chillers issues, it's talked about that Tigra has this empathic sense. It's kind of like a sixth sense, like an intuition.
Well, didn't she have something like that as the cat, though, too? As part of Dr. Tomolo's treatment, yeah.
Yeah. But they really talk about it more in stories such as this one, The Serenity Stealers, and some of the Marvel Chiller stuff. Like I believe one of the issues that she fights Kraven in that. It talks about her quote unquote empathic sense, which I thought was cool, and I wish that they had utilized that more in subsequent stories with her.
You know what they could have did that tied all in? They should have had Tomolo go, oh, hey, the abilities I gave you as the cat, that was kind of like the start, the early stages of a transformation into a cat person, or to save your life from this alpha radiation, I have to complete the process.
Yeah. Right, that was just like 20% of the process. For the full 100%, you have to become a cat person.
Exactly. Again, you were very early stages, but yes, to save your life, you have to go full.
Superior puss!
A whole city of that, kids.
Superior puss.
Yeah, so this must have been your first time reading this one too.
Yes.
What did you think of this story?
Yeah, again, I like the tone with the black and white and stuff, especially where the story's taking place at night and stuff, and it's almost like a horror story here. Yeah,
very much a horror story. It reminded me of those old great Vampirella stories from the 70s.
Yes.
The art was very similar to this. The stories were very similar to this. The tone of everything. I loved it. I loved it so much. I love all that old Vampirella stuff too. And yeah, the art was fantastic. I love this weird rat creature and how it was essentially kind of feeding on the life force of people.
Yes.
Draining their youth and their vitality and stuff, and then bringing it back to the succubus, the witch that hung out in the sewers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this story a lot.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I mean, I wish we could have got more backstory on, like, that succubus and stuff. But yeah, it was...
Yeah, it's so cool. And I like how Tigra instead of, using her claws or whatever, she used that sword at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the sword that, what's her name, was going to use against her. The witch, yeah.
Mm. And then, like, basically, once the witch is helpless, that creature's like, oh, hey, I can, she's vulnerable. I can take her like
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And then it says, which left a poor dumb Ratso who should have known that you don't kill one half of a symbiotic organism like him and Surisha
Yes.
if you're the other half. Yeah, oops, that wasn't a very good decision. Yeah, the rat creature was Aesklos. Aesklos.
But again, we need more solo Tigra in the current day. Again, I mean, I know they're handing him more and more work, but Jed McKay's already doing Tigra work. Let him do the solo.
Yeah, he's already done a great job writing her. He knows the character very well, and I think that there's great potential for an ongoing series with her. We could get more stuff with her and her son.
Mm-hmm.
We could get her being kind of moonlighting, guesting as part of the Avengers team here and there, having some of their members guest appear in her title.
Really do some
absolutely
get those cat people back.
Yeah, get the cat people back.
See what they've been up to.
Maybe have one of Craven's kids go after her for old time's sake.
Oh yeah, he does have a bunch of bastard
I can
kids.
see that happening. Yeah.
He does have a bunch of bastard kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Again, we need more Tigra. Yeah, I don't know if you read Jed's any of his Black Cat stuff, but yeah, I mean
I've read a little bit of it, but I haven't read all of it. Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
it was so funny. The one issue, like Black Cat's breaking into different places to steal stuff, and she's like, "Oh, Johnny Storm." She's like, "Oh, he's a dumb himbo." She's like, "I can seduce him in 2 seconds."
She's not wrong.
No.
She's not wrong.
I mean, she even manages to like put one over on Tony Stark. So I'm like, oh,
yeah, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, so weird. Yeah, the story where it's like, the guy's walking down the street. It's like, oh, Richard Diaz, basically a taxi driver, and they're talking about, he's a husband. Basically, he's like a husband and father, and then he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah, just as you got to know him. He's gone. Yeah. But that was also indicative of these type of stories at the time, these pulp horror stories that we saw from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it very much be like a horror story, in that you would be introduced to some of these characters whose only purpose was to have them be killed to introduce the antagonist, the creature that was the focal point of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, that's exactly what happens. Aesklos feeds on him and on his life force, just as Tigra witnesses it.
And is there like a sexual kind of like... I know it's not sexual, but it's like a metaphor here, because even when he's killing the guy, Ratso, and then like when he's feeding the energy back to the queen, he's basically, it says, oh, he mounts him, he mounts her.
Yeah, that's what it said. I was like, oh.
Because again, that succubus ain't gonna fight this, but yeah, he's still mounting her and stuff, and it's just
it's that one panel where he's quote unquote feeding her the life force.
Yeah, because it literally says, suggestive. So I watched as Ratso mounted the woman and caressed her.
Yeah. It's very suggestive, yeah.
And then it says, she screamed in ecstasy. Okay.
In ecstasy? Oh, my. Oh.
And Ratso, giver of life, was done. He looked as drained as the men he killed.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels. So.
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like these black and white ones, I'm like, are we going a little more adult here?
Yeah, I think that this was definitely geared more towards adults. Yeah, which was cool at the time. Yeah, at this time there was a little bit of a horror resurgence. So I think that Marvel was very wisely trying to kind of capitalize on some of that.
Yeah, because I wonder if this comes in under something else, because I don't see any Comics Code Authority on the front of this thing. So
and the Frankenstein stuff was weird too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Especially
So
this issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it was geared towards not the usual comic buying fare. Yeah.
And even like that one panel, it almost looks like you got, I don't know, kind of get a nipple poking through Tigra's
oh yeah.
there. I'm just like, I'm like,
yeah.
Even with fur, I
And
guess she gets cold. Okay.
Yeah, and Surisha wearing that little kind of like a nightgown almost, a little slip thing. Yeah, that doesn't leave much to the imagination at all.
Evening wear for the sewer. I know. I'm surprised. I guess it's a symbiotic thing, but it's like, why couldn't she go out herself and, just like lure in men to like, and just suck the life force directly from them? But
yeah, maybe she didn't want to leave her nice cozy sewer lair.
And that's what I'm saying. Where did this ratso come from? And
yeah, how did she get stuck down there in the first place?
How did this partnership start? Yeah. I was waiting for
where did she come from?
I was waiting for a whole like origin story where it's like, oh yeah, she transformed some, she lured in some guy and transformed him into this ratso, and then forced him to do this.
Yeah, this had to have been for adults because there's a part where she goes, "Aesklos, kill her, kill the changeling bitch."
Oh yeah,
and they wouldn't have put bitch in the 1975 comic book at all. Yeah, so. Yeah, this had to be like a magazine or something.
I'm thinking,
for a different audience, but still published by Marvel, which is cool because they could use their own properties like this.
That's why. Cool. That's why until this hit the app and stuff, a lot of people probably hadn't read this, unless you were lucky enough to find this.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this until this Tigra complete collection came out. I had no idea that the story even existed.
Because I wonder if this was even on the newsstand at all, or if they just. Do we have the direct market at this point?
So, was it 75? 74?
75.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because again, I was all newsstands and spinner racks until
me too.
The 90s, so I don't know.
I feel like the direct market wasn't until the early 80s, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder if there was some weird way, you had some hoops you had to jump through to get like these issues and stuff.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah. All right, here I got to read the synopsis for this Frankenstein because again, this
go ahead, yeah.
Or for the 110 to murder. Talking about a train here, kids. All right, hold on, I'm trying to find the credits for this one. I know it's Doug Mensch writing it. All right, here, let me read the synopsis. The monster boards a moving freight train and encounters a hobo girl who accepts his presence. Shots are heard from within the next car, and the girl encourages the mute creature to investigate. She finds a newspaper on the floor which states the president is supposed to be making a train trip, and she assumes the assassins have boarded the train and are making their way to the car the president is stationed in. The assassins overwhelm the Secret Service men protecting the president, but the monster kills the assassins. When the monster and the girl reach his car, the girl was shocked to discover that there was only a dummy in it. She realizes the news story had been a decoy in order to deal with the possible assassination attempt and encourages the creature to leave the train when it stops so as not to take the blame for all the killings. The monster does so, and when the train starts up again, a final assassin lobs a grenade aboard, killing the girl. The monster cries at the loss of his friend. So yeah, that just sounds so weird. It's like, oh yeah, we just have these two strangers happen to make us on the train. One of them, the Frankenstein monster, and then yes, we battle these assassins because it's the president. But oh no, wait, it's just the dummy. It's a decoy. But he gets off the train and they blow up the girl. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a not happy ending.
Doug Mensch did a few of those, didn't he? Kind of those downbeat endings. I love how the Frankenstein monster is just kind of hanging out on the side of the train tracks while this train is going by, just kind of standing there and hitches a ride on it.
Well, I guess that's another way, that's one of the ways we got Moon Knight is because I guess he was writing a lot of the monster stuff and he just brought him into Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. Who was supposed to be kind of a throwaway character, just a one-off. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like back in the 70s and 80s, man, we were recycling characters here.
Yes.
Which I kind of like instead of creating 50,000 characters we'll never see again. It's like, reuse them.
Yeah, use the ones that you have and do something interesting with them, as in the case with Greer.
Yeah, especially, like Greer, people love that Cat series. You're like, okay, well, at least I'm getting more with her as Tigra now.
Yeah, people liked the character. They just may not have liked the initial approach with her quite as much.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like after she became Tigra, then she was a lot more popular. Like, then people were really into Greer Nelson.
I hate to be cynical, but was it the bikini?
That might have something to do with it.
I didn't want to say that last time either, but I'm like, I don't know. I hate to say it, but would her issues sold? Would she had better sales if she had showed more skin or something? Maybe if
Sure. Well,
cleavage or
with
something.
That
I don't
costume,
know.
the only skin showing is just on her face.
Although it was skin tight. Oh,
well, yeah.
But yeah,
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I want more Hellcat. I want more Tigra. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, both of those could have monthly books at this point.
Oh yeah, because
Tigra and Hellcat.
Because that Hellcat series we're going to cover at the end of the month from last year, that kind of spun out of was it Philip Kennedy Johnson was doing Iron Man, and she was in his Iron Man series. Yeah.
Yes. And in the collection that I just got, which has that 5-issue miniseries in it, there's also an Iron Man and Hellcat.
Yeah, it's like
annual.
It's like a one-shot annual. Yeah.
One shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of leads up to that 5-issue series. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we could cover that one too for in the end of the month, just to have it make a little bit more sense. Yeah. I think that's on the app too.
I was gonna say I have the floppy, so it works for me. So.
Oh, nice! You've got that too. Nice, cool.
All right. So, any other thoughts on this? Again, this story was like even quicker, but it was still a good one.
It was good, yeah. But like you said, it raised more questions than anything else, and I would have liked to have seen a little bit more revelation about the backstories of these two characters, where they came from, why they were doing this way, how it all started. Yeah, that would have been cool. But yeah, the mystery also was kind of interesting in the fact that we'll never know. They never address this again. So it's up to us to kind of fill in the blanks with our imagination and figure that out. Yeah, and I love the art in this story. I love how much it evokes like that classic 70s Vampirella stuff that I mentioned before. And the era of the time, the mid-1970s, that very kind of pulp-influenced black and white horror artwork was really, really great then. And I have a deep appreciation for that stuff. So for me, this story is like candy. I can't get enough of it.
And like the paint, I guess that's a painted cover. That's a great cover. But I'm surprised. It's like we got the two antagonists for this story. It's like no Tigra on that cover.
No, right. You got the villains on the cover.
I mean, a Catwoman, in a bikini. You don't think that's going to sell? In a book like this,
They could, that would have been a nice painted cover.
Yeah, just her and these villains, but yeah. So was Ratso a mutated human, or was he a mutated rat? Look at that.
Good question. Yeah. I love it.
All right. So anything else on these, Justin?
No, I think we covered it pretty well. Yeah, in my collection, the next time she appears is Marvel Chillers number 3.
Yeah.
Which was also written by Tony Isabella. So he kept it going for a bit.
Again, we're going to have to do we're going to have to do more Tiger, even if we just do a week here or there, or a whole month next year, something.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to say, stay tuned for 2026, kids.
That's right. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can wrangle Ray in for guesting.
Oh, yeah. Maybe if we wait a little bit. Yeah, Ray's schedule will open up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because he seems to make time for, the stuff he likes. Otherwise, he's so busy. But if you mention, I'm sure if you mention Tiger, that, in the future, he'll be like, no, I'm so busy. You want to talk some Tiger?
Sounds like a plan, Jan. Sex on the mind.
Me, Phil, it's the owl, and it's
the hard master.
Talking some Tigra.
Exactly. All right, so next time we're going to switch over to some Patsy Walker as we talk about what her origin as a Hellcat. We're going to cover
her debut as Hellcat.
Yes, Avengers 144, 147, and 148. And then we're going to get Greer and Patsy in West Coast Avengers 14 through 16. And then, it'll be back to Patsy for, like we said, that 5-issue Hellcat series from last year. So,
yes, 2023.
Getting current
cool.
here, kids.
Yeah. I think that's the newest thing that we've covered on the show so far.
I think so, yeah.
Most recent thing, yeah.
And I think that's probably the last thing Patsy was in, I think.
Well, she's also appeared in Sensational She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, I am
Rainbow
reading that.
Rowell.
Yes.
She's kind of Jennifer's best friend now.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
besties now. It's cool.
Oh, yeah, fighting those demons in the bar with Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, I had some problems with that issue because the way that Damon showed up in that, spoilers for anybody who hasn't read that issue because it is new, and just kind of sucks all the demons away. And then the interaction that they had together, it seemed like it was contrary to what we saw in the miniseries that you and I will be discussing later this month. So I didn't quite understand how that had changed so much, but
yeah, that's the only thing. It's like when you get one story about one writer and then a story from a different writer. Yeah, it's just
yeah. But it is what it is.
But yeah, we need more Patsy. We need more Tigra.
Yes,
Happy Marvel
ongoing series.
Yes,
more of them.
Exactly. Oh, those two and Black Cat. Oh, come on,
Oh man,
the Kitty Club. Come on,
that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know who could write that too. Yes, a new friend of the show, Celeste Bronfman, who's writing Jackpot and Black Cat right now. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, imagine that, a team book with the three of them. That would be incredible.
I think Ray's imagining that in the shower right now. Yes.
Sounds like a plan, Jan. Bubble boo boo boo.
Rumpy pumpy.
Ray's just sitting there saying, "You're lucky I'm playing Marvel Snap, or it'd be trouble." See. All right, send your thoughts for all the upcoming stuff. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, I have stuff to give away. I was going to say, send us your thoughts. Send us your favorite Tigra moment. Come on.
Yes.
I want to hear your favorite Tigra moment.
It doesn't have to be solo. It can be an Avengers moment. It can be a West Coast Avengers moment. It can be a Moon Knight moment.
Come on, Ray. I know you have a favorite Tigra moment. Come on.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Yes, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, get your brand new Capes and Lunatics logos.
Brand new swag from the store. And the classic stuff.
That's right. T-shirts, cups, phone cases, and more. So pick those up. Again, Rain ran the money on us through the Cash App link. Your Queen Lilith Hellfire demands it.
Make it rain.
And, of course, the Patreon, where, again, you'll get something different every month. But the one constant will be a uncensored Lilith Hellfire. Because even for the April episode, she was like, because I think we're planning on recording it this Friday. She's like, yeah, I'll make that my cheat day. So remember, she wasn't doing certain things. I think cheat day. So
nice. I think it's good to have a cheat day.
I think Popeye's taking her spinach, kids. So yes, you want to subscribe to the Patreon. So fine. We'll find everything. She punched somebody like. So find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Now, for the king of podcasting.
It's me, your old pal, the Owl.
You can catch him here every week on Marvel Tales. You can catch him once a month with me in X-Men Classics. Once a month on Energon Universe with me and Russell. I can find him at least once a month on We Are the Night.
Batman podcast.
And you can catch him way more than that in May and June on that show. So,
Yes.
but
Some Catwoman and some Killer Moth.
Killer Moth. All right, but you can also catch him other places without me. So, Justin, where else can they hear you?
You can also find me and Russell once a month over at Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where we talk about the Incredible Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk. And we also have a Patreon, so do check that out. In the bonus episodes that we do every month for our Patreon members, right now we're covering DC's version of the Hulk, Damage, from a few years ago. It's fantastic. And we are also joined by the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, who we've mentioned on the show, #1 Tigra fan, on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, where we're discussing the new Predator comics coming out every month from Marvel, as well as the classic Dark Horse Predator comic books. And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends, my solo project, going in depth for some of the more forgotten and obscure comic book series of the last few decades. Currently wrapping up a 2-part retrospective on that show over a series from 1994, which only lasted 10 issues, called Black Wolf.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
Oh, that joke.
I'm going to eat this up with a fork and spoon. I love it.
And again, this month's theme.
Superior puss.
Yes!
Giant size
That
man
is
thing.
definitely the theme of the month.
Exactly.
And Giant Size Man thing.
Oh, my.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Well, that escalated quickly.
All right. Thank you for joining us again. Not only will we get Patsy Walker next week, but some Avengers.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's 2 weeks. Because we'll get the West Coast Avengers the week after that.
That's right. And the Tale of Two Kitties.
No. Nice. I think that's on Lil Hellfire's hard drive. Anyway. Again, send us your favorite Tiger moments, your favorite Patsy Walker moments. We want to put some feedback. But until next time, don't breathe that cat gas.